John, I've got your post up right here. Attach the PDF with descriptions. That's excellent. Thank you so much. And that's a great idea to attach PDF with the work compiled in a separate file. And the reason I say that is because otherwise I got to scroll like this, and I'm going to give you a headache if I do that. So it's great that you include your work in line here, but it's also a great idea to always include a PDF of the work so we can get in there, zoom in, and take a closer look. So keep that in mind as we move through the class. Okay, let's go ahead and see what we got here. So your descriptions are fantastic. Great job. The only thing I don't see in your descriptions is your target audience. So if we jump over to, and I'm sorry to keep bouncing around like this, over here to the assignment page, week one, project one, poster began right here on the process. I'm sorry, yeah, process, end of the sentence of that paragraph is define and state your target audience. And I don't see that here. So you want to definitely narrow down your target audience, who you're communicating to. It's very important. Target audience determines the style that you will communicate with. So it's always really super important in graphic design to define your target audience. Okay, let's go ahead and I'm not real sure why this won't reduce size anymore. So I'll tell you what, let's, please excuse the scrolling, but I'm going to have to do that for some reason. That is not reducing size any more than that. I don't understand why. So at any rate, let's go back here. Take a look. Okay, I think, so you're using, looks like you're using all sans serif in all of your, which kind of leads me to believe that you haven't considered typeface. Don't forget, you want to indicate serif or sans serif, and you want to do so as accurately as possible in the typeface. So the typeface you should using here should already be chosen, and you should represent those typefaces in your sketches. That's how it works in a studio setting with your sketches. But you don't really necessarily have to really sketch the typefaces out to a high degree of realism. One thing you could do, and it's done all the time, is just go ahead and take an arrow point there and say sans serif typeface, possibly Gilt Sans or whatever. Do you see what I'm saying? So you're just making a note as to your intent on typography. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the sketches. These are off the hook creative. I mean, I love these. I just love these ideas. I mean, to me, this is so engaged and so creative, and this would turn heads. If I saw this work come across my desk, here at my studio, I would look at it and I would say, wow, I would take note of this. Definitely. So this is really, really super interesting and creative work. So plus they're really, really funny. So this is great. Love it. This is so funny. It's tip funny. I don't even want to say it's funny because it might be politically incorrect to say that it's funny because this is so new and so dangerous, and we just don't know what's going to happen here. But I mean, please feel free to pursue this. If I will not ever censor work from a student because I think that's artistic expression. I think it's freedom of speech. So I will tell you at times where I think the work might be borderline politically incorrect. That's not to say you can't pursue that direction. You pursue any direction you feel will yield the best results. So this is so creative. It's just, I love the layout. I love what you've done with the sign and the sign's hanging from. This is so good. Love it. Love it. This one's great too. Fantastic. So in time. I didn't really get in time here from your sketch because of the way that it's kerned out here. So what I got is int I'm. See what I'm saying? That big space right there. So just keep that in mind. Where will you go? So I love the 80s theme. I'm a child of the 80s. My young adult years, I graduated high school in '79. So I just divulged my age, right? My young years were in the 80s, and I loved the 80s. I thought some of the best music we've ever seen came out of the 80s. Bands like The Clash and things like that. So love it. Anyways, so I think that this guy right here is the only guy I don't recognize from the 80s. I mean, I recognize all of this stuff from the 80s. I'm not real sure. I've seen it. I kind of resemble the hair or recognize the hair a little bit, but I can't pinpoint that guy right there. So, and it doesn't matter if he's a character from the 80s. That's great. The point I'm trying to make here is this: your work is outstanding. The sketches are stellar. Exactly what we're looking for here. So at this point, you go ahead and make your decision. You go ahead and pursue whatever decision you feel has the most potential and that you can create the most engaging piece from. All right. So at this point, let me know if you have any questions at all. Questions, comments, concerns, or clarifications, all of the above, please let me know. I'll be glad to make any necessary clarifications therein. All right. Great job. Thank you very much.